Welcome back to another Minecraft update video. It's release candidate number 1 for 1.18.1, and you might be surprised as I were. I was kind of expecting to see a bunch of pre-releases with lots of bug fixes, tweaks and changes, but no, the release candidate essentially means if this one's good to go, we're going to release 1.18.1. And I think the team have until the end of the week to get this out, so I wouldn't be surprised if it came out a little earlier so they could keep their eyes on any critical issues. So in reality, there's not a lot to talk about with this update, but what we are going to do is check out the changes to the world fog in the End and Nether Dimensions. So many of you are commenting about that in the last video, so we will check it out. But first of all, we're going to stroll over here to the website, and as you can see, there are only 3 bug fixes. And there are only 2 of them we're going to talk about. So first of all, if you've had bees inside of bees nests or beehives and you think you're going mad because they've disappeared, well, there was a bug that could cause them to despawn when reloading your world. So now that's been patched and your bees are going to be safe. And our second issue is related to the changes with the fog. It's not applied equally to entities as it is to the render distance. Can you see how the goats here in the middle are sort of disappearing? They're going blue. That's because it's using the spherical fog on the entities, and then on the world it's using the cylindrical fog. So now in release candidate 1, that fog is going to be applied equally, so you can see that the entities and the world disappearing are now in unison because they're both using the cylindrical method. And now we're going to go into side-by-side mode to do some comparisons of the fog in the End and Nether dimensions. Okay, so on the right hand side of the screen we have release candidate 1, on the left we have 1.18, and you can see in the End dimension it will technically be easier to now see the End cities. And I believe this to be true in terms of height as well, because now we're above where the End cities are, and if I go even higher up it's a little further before the terrain below them starts to disappear. Now I've realised this next test might seem a little bit pointless, but we're going to give these night vision. And there is practically no difference between them. However, if we focus on the terrain at the bottom, you can see that the colour effect of the fog covers more of the terrain. So if you had some fears about end cities being harder to find, well, it actually looks like it's going to be better for end city hunting in 1.18.1. And so the conclusion for the Nether is basically the same. If you just compare the left and the right, clearly there is more visibility on the right hand side. And here it is again with night vision. It's a little less obvious now, maybe more you can see it at the bottom of the screen. And so the conclusions to draw here are pretty obvious. The changes to the world fog really do make a better difference for visibility. And that's basically everything there is to report. So if you're looking for something else to watch right now, YouTube reckons that you'll like one of these videos, so why not give them a click and check them out. Otherwise, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.